I'm going to take you through a 10-minute taster of the FitRight workout that we've done in our classes online this week. So you're going to need a resistance band and also some light weights. For the first exercise, you're going to use the weights, so just keep the band handy nearby. Hands across your chest. You're going to go down slowly to the ground, coming down onto your knees, and then coming straight back up, balancing. Now, if you do have dodgy knees, just pop a pillow underneath or fold your mat up so that you've got a little bit more cushioning. It's a really nice way to help strengthen the legs with minimal equipment. And of course, the weights here are optional. We'll do another 4, good for the balance. I like to include these in my classes for our mums because it helps practice getting up and down off the ground without having to use your hands. So if you're holding bum, slower the better. 3, slowly down. Last 2. And 1. Next one, we're going to stay down on the ground. Staying down. We're going to do some lean back, so toes tucked under or flat. Going to lean back and coming up. So a pregnancy-friendly version is keeping the body upright. And to make it harder for the abs, keeping the body straight and leaning back as far as you can. We're going to do another 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Next one, both weights into one hand, particularly if you have, so these are 1.5 kilos if you have light weights, otherwise you can just use one weight if you prefer. We're going to come up overhead, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do one out to the side. So using one arm only helps to fire up the muscles in the trunk. So it's a core exercise without actually flexing, bending, moving the trunk. If we weren't using these muscles, the weight on this side would make me fall over. So we're having to use them to keep nice and upright. 2 and 1. Changing sides. Also making the most again of minimal equipment or weight at home by doubling up the weight and getting more work on one side. So it's varied. You can make it easier or harder if you need to. 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Changing here. Pushing the hips forward, making sure you're up as tall as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, dropping the weight down there. Next one you're going to grab is your resistance band. You can do a little bit of leg work. So tying the band around the knees. And we're just going to do some plain squats to begin with. We're going to do a triple pulse at the bottom. So 3 and then coming up. So just trying to get a feel for how deep you can go, which is going to be as comfortable, a comfortable stance for you. So maybe you need to have your feet a little bit wider and keep those knees pressing outwards into the band. 4, 3, 2, already starting to warm up. 1, and going to change now to a penguin. So keeping the band at the knees is your option. We're going to do 2 rounds of this one, so then we'll make it harder in the next round if you wish. Keeping the legs straight, rocking from side to side. So we're aiming to feel the muscle work on the side and the back of the hips. Excuse me. You want to keep the legs as straight as possible. That's the most important part. Because if you bend your knees, and make it a little bit easier for those muscles. You use your hip flexors a bit more. So you're keeping the legs dead straight, toes turned out slightly. Squeeze your glutes. Pushing the hips forward will ensure that you feel it at the back. You don't have to do all those things, but if you're feeling it too much at the front or the sides, you need to spread the load. Give that a whirl. Starting to build. 3, 2, and last one. We're going to stay in the middle, weight on one leg, going to tap back and behind. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Changing sides. Trying to keep this front knee pushing out. We don't want it to cave in. 4, 3 to go. 2, 1, and 1, 1. Keep the band where it is. Second round exactly the same. So squats a little deeper. Now if you prefer, you can have the band just below the knees or just above. That can help stop that feeling of it cutting in. So triple, 3, push it up. Going a little lower if you can. 3, 4. 4 to go. Last 2 and 1. Now harder option, slide the band down around your ankles. For our penguins, legs are straight, toes turn slightly outwards, maybe clench the buttocks. Otherwise imagine your ankle bones, you've got that little long thin stick you're trying to balance between them, so the legs aren't flying out to the side and you're not letting them come in. So we're just trying to keep that same distance, maybe spending a bit more time on one side compared to the other. Stay strong. 3, excuse me, 2, 1, and that hurts. Have a rest. We're going to come to our back kicks. Going back on the diagonal for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, change sides. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the first side. Don't touch down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm regretting choosing this blue band. Change sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, 1. That was a struggle. Now, last one for the upper body, coming back down to the ground. We're going to do some knee push-ups. If you wish, you can make them harder by taking your legs back further. Again, this is a pregnancy-friendly workout, so I'm going to show you that option. Knees down, fingers facing forwards. Nice and strong through your wrists, so pushing the ground away from you. When you come into a chest press or a push-up, we're bringing the chest between the hands. So we don't want the head down and elbows pointing out to the side. So we're going to go for 8. Keeping the body nice and stiff. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, have a rest. If you're finding it was too strong on the middle, just bring the knees in a little bit closer. It is an upper body exercise, so we want to be feeling the work in the arms. If you can't go that low, don't worry, but still aim for getting the chest in between the hands. We'll do another set, last 8 together. Fingers forward, coming down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1, 1. We're done. Thanks for joining me for a little taster. That's the 3rd time I've done that this week, so see how I feel tomorrow.